What's going on, guys? Steve here with Cherry Picking Cards. Hope they're having a great day so far. I am back with another PSA submission video. I'm labeling this video PSA sub number 5, even though it's my third official video. Last month I did do a huge submission to Clay Cards. I apologize and I feel horrible because I did not record that video. There was like 40 some cards I sent into him, and I think about 20 or so he said looked pretty good through his evaluation. I felt horrible because I couldn't even remember what all I had sent into him. I didn't even take pictures or anything, so it'll kind of be a big surprise for everybody when those all come back. But that one was my third official submission, and I did record another video a couple of days ago and package something up to send out to Clay for my fourth submission, but he's pushed back his next group sub until early August. Things are growing so rapidly for him. He needs to get a new office and some new team members just to help him out, so all good stuff. I'm very happy and very glad that he's growing that quickly. But I definitely wanted to have something go out the door for this month in July. And so I'm going to use somebody else. I've been hearing all kinds of good stuff. They also do PSA group subs that is, and that's KK Sports Cards. And I've heard all kinds of good stuff from other, fellow people in the hobby through Instagram, YouTube, all kinds of stuff. I did reach out to them personally on their account. He was awesome. He gave me lots of good, advice about what to expect, how to get everything prepared, and I didn't have any card savers, unfortunately, but he says he'll put all those in there. He'll do the evaluations, he'll clean them, answer any questions along the way. And, with all the price increases here recently, he's actually one of the better deals in town. I think he charges $13 per card for the 45-day bulk subs. I'm not going to have a huge one going out, unfortunately, to him, just because I have some also going out to Clay here pretty soon. But I did round up about 14 cards, I believe, just to kind of get a feel for what to expect with him, and then just have something going out, like I said, for this month. But with all that said, let's dive into what we're going to be sending off to KK Sports Cards, and I'll definitely make sure to put a description for his Instagram account and a link below. Real simple, or real quick, he makes it real simple. He says just throw a note or something in there with your Instagram account, which I have right here. I'll kind of show you guys my personal stuff on the back. Not a big deal. If you ever got packaged from me, you know my name. But basically, he just wants to know, basically the time what sub you're in. I put July 2020 sub, and what kind of service I'm wanting. And for me, it's 45 days for all. If I had maybe wanted one of these to be a 5-day service or a 20-day service, you'd want to separate those and label them, specifically for what kind of service you want. For me, since I just want the bulk, the 45-day and all of them, I'll just go ahead and put that one card in there, and he'll know exactly what to expect. I'll probably put a little sticky note in addition to ask him just to please evaluate centering, and just to let me know if he sees anything, and if he doesn't feel it's going to be worth sending, just leave it off to the side. So I'll probably put a little note in there in addition to this little index card that I've got, or a filler card. That's actually what that is. That's one of the nice things. Those came in actually handy for mailing stuff out. But anyways, let's dive into what we're going to send over to KK Sports Cards, and starting it off with a Jarrett Stidham Donruss rated rookie. The centering on this looks really great, and not a huge card. And with Cam Newton recently signing on the Patriots, who knows what to expect with this guy. I still think he's got a bright future ahead of him, and like I said, great centering, and if he does some great things, this card's only going to go up in value. And I'd love to get it slabbed. Patriots are a great franchise, and he might be the next GOAT out there. And then we got Mosaic, a Trae Young give and go, and this one centering, I'm hoping it's pretty solid. It looks like it might be a little bit off, just kind of based on some of the labels here and the wording and kind of where the indentions lie. But I'm hoping for the best on these ones, and I'll just kind of let the experts tell me what they think. And once again, if it's not worth being sending off, that's totally okay. I'll just keep it in the PC separately. And we got a Sekou base optic here. And once again, centering on this one looks pretty solid. That was kind of the main thing I looked at, was just centering, and hoping if there was anything else he noticed on there, he would either hopefully get a little things off that if they're able to be wiped off or cleaned real easily. But if they're big dents or scratches, we don't need to send them in. But I didn't see anything that really stood out to the naked eye on any of these. And this one, not a huge name, but it is a Silver Prism, Terrence Mann. I'm just hoping with the Clippers they can make a deep run in the playoffs. This guy, he's played sparingly throughout the season, but you never know. He's a good athlete. And Silver Prism, can't beat that. And especially if it's going to be slab, that's only going to increase the value if it's a gem mint. And the centering on this one looked pretty solid. Everything on it kind of really, to me, looked pretty clean, so I figured why not get it sent in. And this one we got a base Kendrick Nunn for the Mosaic. And even though this card's not super valuable, just the base one, there's so many of these, as we've all discovered. But this guy, I really feel, is kind of flying under the radar. He's done really well. A lot of people are really starting to notice him, but this guy I feel is going to just take the league by storm. You know, he's just got so much potential and so much talent. He's an older rookie for sure. I think he's 24, going on 25. But he was undrafted last year. Just, you know, didn't really get a chance to shine for the Warriors in the summer league, but he made a name for himself out in Miami. And so I'm really proud of this guy. He's actually one of my favorite players in the league. So I'm looking forward to getting this one graded as well. And then we got De'Aaron Fox, the Rookie Kings insert from Optic. De'Aaron Fox has really been making a name for himself in the hobby lately. His card values skyrocketing, I know, and so yeah, I feel like I was going to go ahead and get this one sent in for sure. I've got some other ones of his that I had packaged up to send out to Clay. You guys will see that video probably closer to the end of the month once he's opening up shop again. But I did hold on to this Donruss. This one I'm a little bit worried about. The corners I don't think are quite perfect from what I could tell, but I'm just hoping once again maybe they can work their magic and once again hope for the best on this whole grading thing. Since I'm not the one personally doing it, I just let the experts, you know, really evaluate it, let me know their feedback, and I just totally trust their advice and their opinion on everything. And then we got some more Donruss moving on to 2018. These 2018s, I feel like that's what the year they really were super easy to start telling on centering, and that's the first thing I really look for is if it just is way off center, there's no point really looking at anything else, honestly, at that point, surface or corners or edges. If centering's off, that's really all you need to look for is that, and then kind of continue to evaluate. And for me, before I send these in, I don't want to just send in a bunch of stuff that clearly has no shot at getting a good grade. So I don't want to waste anybody's time with that and just send in everything I've got literally. So I really take my time, you know, players that have, you know, some potential guys I'd like to have graded, but cards that are actually, you know, worth sending in. I mean, I take a few minutes to look them over, make sure corners and stuff look pretty good, little things like that. So don't want to take advantage of their services by any means. And then see, we got a couple of the MPJ Donruss rated rookies here. Of course, Optic has exploded. I feel like Donruss is just the next one in line to kind of go up just because it's kind of the more affordable alternative, if you will, but it's got that rated rookie logo up there, which people really feel is iconic, and just a classic design. I mean, not quite the glossy finish Optic has, but still pretty much the same background as shots that they use. And then we got a Chinese New Year Mo Bamba, and I was actually debating sending this one to Clay for his August submission, but I just kind of set this one off to the side because I'd already had so many going to him, like another 25 or 30. That's why this one's not such a massive package. I have to make sure I budget for both now. And the last couple here, we got a Select, and these are all base cards. We got Marvin Bagley as well as a DeAndre Ayton. And with the Select, the pop count on these is actually pretty low since it's a hobby exclusive product, and it's just really growing in popularity, and these two guys have so much potential. Bagley's prices, I've noticed, are starting to climb up and up. Ayton's kind of been pretty consistent, but I feel like if the Suns have a deep run and once people start to notice him putting those double-doubles back up, his prices are going to really go up as well. So just a matter of the team having some success. But yeah, I think we got 14 cards here roughly. So I'm going to, not the biggest package I've sent out for a submission by any means, but I'm excited to try another person out in the hobby. That's KK_sportscards on Instagram. I'll drop a link in the description. But I appreciate you guys hanging around watching this. If you've ever submitted through them, let me know how your experiences went. I know a lot of us are still waiting on plenty of subs that we've sent out previously. I sent stuff out back in, I think February, March to Clay for my first ever go around, and I'm still waiting. But I've gotten lots of good recent updates. A couple of my submissions are entered through PSA. They have dates that are expected to be returned. We'll just cross our fingers and hope that those dates happen or close to it. But in the meantime, just like I said, gonna hope for the best when these guys get these cards and get lots of gem mints. So fingers crossed, guys. But make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. I appreciate all of you guys hanging around watching. But till next time, guys, take it easy.